Hey guys, y bienvenidos a otro episodio with Jasmin Izaguirre. We are back with another video. I'm gonna try to make this intro pretty fast, but I did make a poll on Instagram asking you what video you guys wanted to see today. It was between this one and a Powerpuff Girls video that I'm also planning to do. I basically just wanted to know which video you guys wanted to see first, and this one got a bigger response. I will show you here, but I am so excited to do this video. I had been planning it for a while now just because I really wanted to show you guys how I build the base to my makeup. So how I prep my face, how I moisturize, prime, how I apply my foundation, all that good stuff. You know, how we do the illusion of having a very sculptured face, you know, like como que estamos bien flaquitas, like, you know what I mean? So I really wanted to show you guys my tips and tricks. If you guys are loyal subscribers or you guys watch my makeup videos, then you guys know that I tend to talk about, like, you know, how I apply my foundation and all of that stuff. But in future videos, I'm not going to be doing my entire face anymore. I'm just going to be focusing on eyes if that's what I'm doing or anything like that. So I wanted to make sure that I did a video specifically on how I apply my foundation, concealer, contour, all that extraness. So I can give you guys the best tips that I like to use, any tips and tricks, any techniques that I normally do on myself. So that way you guys can always refer back to this video until I make an updated one down the line. If I ever change any foundations or I find any new products that I like that I usually do on this step, then I will add them on those videos. But I said this intro was gonna be short and it's already pretty long. But if you guys want to see how I build the base to my makeup, then you go ahead and you keep on watching.
Talk it, walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Hey.
Alright guys, so let's get into it. I know, just so you guys know, I am wearing a shirt. It's just like off the shoulder and it's black and it matches my background. What's new? I just wanted you guys to know that I'm not naked, okay? But as you guys saw in the previous clip, aside from the fact that I look like a hot mess, I was wearing a face mask. So now, considering the fact that we are doing a building the base video, so I'm going to show you how to apply your foundation, concealer, contour, all of that extra stuff. I wanted to make it very clear, or I wanted to emphasize that in order for your face or your like foundation to look very flawless and very smooth, it is very important that you take care of your face itself. A sheet mask is going to help with hydrating your face. Face mask is going to help with either, you know, getting rid of redness, acne scars. It depends what kind of like mask you're using. And then a scrub obviously is going to get rid of all that dead skin and it's going to leave you with very fresh new skin. All right, so make sure that you do that. Even if you're just doing a face wash, whatever it is, make sure that you're taking care of your skin. That is the best way that your makeup, your foundation is going to look very flawless. But now that our face is prepped from the face mask, and the one that I used was just like a regular charcoal mud mask, we are going to get into moisturizing and priming. So like you guys already know, right now the only primer that I have and that I've been using for a long time is the AVEENO Clear Complexion. This is the one that I always use. So when it comes to the moisturizer, you want to make sure you get it all over the face, and you also want to make sure that you drag it down to your neck. I want to emphasize this so much, and I mentioned it in previous videos, but your neck is equivalent to your face. So this skin right here, you also want to make sure that you're taking care of it as much as you would take care of your face. So whenever you're doing like a face mask, make sure you drag it down to your neck. A scrub, also do it on your neck. Whatever it is, when you're moisturizing, priming, make sure you also bring it down to your neck, because if you guys didn't know, your neck is like the first place where you can see your age. So if you're not taking care of your neck, you're gonna get a lot of wrinkles and it's just gonna start looking very like not good. So now for primers, I do have a few different ones. I'm gonna show you which ones they are. I have this one, the Maybelline Master Prime. I really like that one. You guys know my all-time favorite is the Poreless Elf Primer. This is my go-to. I love this one so much because it gets in your pores really nice and it's very soft and velvety. This one I absolutely love. This one is really good as well. It also kind of has that texture, a little less than this one, but it still gets in those pores. This one I received in our BoxyCharm. This is the No Problem Primer, but it's supposed to be like no problem. Okay, you guys know what I mean. It's for your pores. And this is from Touch and Soul. I like this one as well. It is very good. However, the consistency and like the formula is not as velvety as these other ones, but it still gets the work done. It still primes your face very well. For today, I'm just gonna go back in with our e.l.f. And if you guys are like loyal viewers, loyal subscribers, then you guys know that this is one of the ones that I use all the time. If you have big pores like I do, you wanna make sure that you're patting the product into the pores. You don't want to rub it in because that's really not going to do the job that well. It's just going to leave it on the surface. When you're patting, you're actually patting the product into your pore. So it's like you're filling in the pore and it's going to leave you with a smooth surface. So that's what I like to do. I like to do it here, of course, on my nose, because that's where I have like the most pores. Like this is my pore area right here. It's like the worst. All right, so we have finished priming. As you guys can tell, well, you guys probably can't tell because I'm not zoomed in that much and I'm not gonna do that to you. I am not gonna zoom you in today. But it is very, like, I can tell like a lot of those pores have been filled in, so our skin is looking a little bit more even, and that's gonna help with our foundation very well. All right, so now we are moving on to foundation. I am using my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define foundation. This is an F10, one of my favorites. This is the liquid one. You guys know I also have the stick, but today we are using the liquid foundation, and I like to start it off here. So basically by my jawline, and then I like to apply it like under my eye bags. And then I also like to take it on top of that. Before we add any more, I'm gonna take what I already have on the skin and I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out. I think that everything looks very covered. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if it's showing you very well on camera. Like I said, my monitor is far, I'm blind. What's new? Nothing. But it looks very full coverage. I can't see any of my acne spots, which is exactly what we're going for. Well, depending on your type of skin, whatever your goal is, if you want to cover any like under eyes, any like redness, anything like that, always make sure that you get a full coverage or a medium to full coverage. And isn't it so cute? Look, this is like the little baby and this is like the mom. Isn't that so cute? Oh my god, it's so cute. So now we're moving on to concealer. For concealer, again, I have a few different ones. I have the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Concealer. I have the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. And I also have this Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer and Corrector. I've had this for a while. I got this at Marshall's. I think I got this at Marshall's or TJ Maxx. So it was very affordable. I don't use this one too much because it is very full coverage, which I do love. But, well, I say I don't use this too much, but look at that. It's almost done. Liar. All right, so for today, I am going to take this one. I'm going to take a little on the back of my hand. And I think I'm also going to take the Fit Me Concealer. So I'm going to start off with this one. So when you're concealing, you want to make sure that you add it on the spots where light would hit you. So it's under the eyes, forehead, down the bridge of the nose. And if you want, you can add it on the chin. That part is optional. You don't have to. I personally like to do it because it gives me like a very like lit middle of the face. Does that make sense? All right, so let me get into it. With this one, I'm going to take it on the outer part closest to the cheek and down the nose. I'm also going to take this one on the chin. And basically everywhere else. So now this part as well is optional. You don't have to use two concealers. You can just use the one. When it comes to concealers, you want to make sure that you get at least 1 or 2 shades lighter than you, because this is what's gonna highlight. This is gonna give your face definition. So you want to make sure you go in with a shade lighter. Not too light that it's like very white compared to your skin, but 1 to 2 shades lighter is perfect. This is gonna give me like that coverage that I want. Like I want my eyes to look very lit, very bright. So as you guys can see, it's just a tiny bit lighter. And now I'm gonna take this closest to my eye, so like right underneath my eye. I'm also bringing it down the bridge of my, not the bridge, but right on the sides of my nose. This is gonna help when I contour. Now, I've mentioned this in previous videos, but I like to emphasize this part. When you are blending out your concealer, whether it's a sponge or whether it's a brush, and depending on the kind of sponge that you're using, you want to make sure that you're not too rough when it comes to blending out that concealer, because you don't want your tool, so whether it's your sponge or your brush, you don't want it to pick up too much of the product, because then it's gonna leave you with nothing behind. You want this part, you want these areas to look very bright, very lit, you know, very lit up, very nice. If you're taking away too much of the product, then it's not really going to give you that illusion. So when it comes to this particular sponge that I'm using, the microfiber sponge, because of the material that it's made out of, it doesn't absorb too much product. So I can definitely just go in there and blend out without worrying that it's going to pick up too much of the product. But if you're using a regular beauty blender or a regular sponge, then you do want to make sure that you have a very delicate, a very light hand with it, because that's gonna help you in regards to like picking up too much of the product. Do you guys see that? There's still a lot of product left behind, but we just blended the product, so obviously it doesn't look crazy like this. And then I basically like to take it even more on the edges so that this part is very well blended with the rest of our foundation. Do you guys see how it automatically draws the attention to this part of the face, because this is what's illuminated right now? Okay, so we're moving on to the bronzer. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and do both of the things that I normally do when it comes to my bronzer, which is bronzing with a cream product and then also bronzing with a powder. So now with the cream product, you guys have seen this one before as well. This is also Makeup Revolution. This is in the shade F13, which is 3 shades darker than my foundation. I'm F10, this is F13. So this is 3 shades darker, and it's going to give me that bronze that I want. So I like to take it on my forehead, cheekbone. I like to take a little bit underneath my jawline. And with the same sponge, we're gonna quickly blend all of that out. So now normally I didn't used to do this. I started doing this not that long ago. Before, I used to only go in with powdered concealer. What am I talking about? Let me start all over again. Alright guys, so I'm back. I was able to charge my camera a little bit, hopefully enough to finish off this video. If not, that's gonna be a whole different thing. But let's continue on where we left off. I was able to blend out this side over here, so both sides are pretty blended out. I would say it looks okay. So we're gonna go ahead and continue with our powdered bronzer slash contour, whatever you want to call it. So this is from Morphe. This is the 8L Lo-Fi Sculpt and Shimmer. This is actually something that I've had since Christmas. I've wanted this forever.
You little nasty. Nasty.
So I've kind of been wanting this. I had been wanting this for a really long time. It's only like $25. I just never went around to buying it because, you know, kind of all that, not really, but I just hadn't bought it. So my bestie gave this to me for Christmas, and let me tell you guys that this is the first time that I open it. I have not used it simply because of the fact that I wanted to use it for a video. I'm like, when should I use it? This is like the perfect video to use it for. So this is what the package looks like inside, you know, regular Morphe packaging. It's so pretty. So this is the mirror. I don't want to show you guys like my mess in the front, like my camera. Okay, so this is like, it comes with a mirror, and then obviously it comes with all these shades. Let me show you. But it comes with all these shades right here. It comes with 4 bronzers, and then it comes with 4 highlighters. So I'm going in with Donut first just to kind of see how that looks. And I'm just taking it. When you are contouring, I like to take it from like the hairline, circular motions, and lightly bring it into the inner part. If it helps, suck in your cheeks. That helps me a lot. Even till this day, it helps me a lot to suck in my cheeks, because that will emphasize your cheekbones and you can get in there even better. All right, so there we go. I think that with that shade Donut, like that's the perfect shade to like my cream contour. So that was perfect for bronzing. If you wanted to emphasize your contour a little bit more, because we just basically bronzed, so if you wanted to emphasize your contour a little bit more, you will go in with a shade that's a little darker. So I'm gonna use the Debutante or Debutant. I don't know what it's called, okay? Debutante, I don't know. And I'm taking a different brush. This one, as you guys can see, is a little flatter. It's like more compacted, so it kind of gets in there. And I'm gonna suck in my cheeks, and I'm only gonna add it on the bottom. So let me give you an example. Suck in. You see how I just added it right there? And then with that same bronzing, we're just gonna blend it in all together. Guys, everything, I don't know, like everything is looking very good, very like melted into the face. This is exactly what you want to do, which is why it's so important to really make your base a priority. Like if you want everything else to look nice, your base has to look nice. All right, so honestly, I think it's time that Makeup Revolution sponsors me. First of all, because I love their products. Second of all, because I'm always using their products. I have like their foundations, concealers, powders. I think that's it. Okay, anyways, I love them. So for powder, I am using Makeup Revolution Luxury Baking Powder, and this is in the shade Banana. So now for this part, I am going in with my Morphe sponge, and that's only because it has this very flat side, which really helps me when it comes to like cutting my concealer. If you don't know what cutting the concealer is, I will be more than happy to show you that right now. So when we cut the concealer, we're gonna cut this right here. Watch. Just like that. This is gonna stay there baking for a little bit, and when we remove it, you're gonna see that that contour is very clean, very like straight, and you can always blend it in a little bit so it doesn't look too harsh, but it still makes your contour look very put together, like you took your time. Now going in with a little puff ball, I'm just gonna go ahead and set the rest of my under eyes. Oh my gosh, you guys didn't tell me my music is hella loud. Alright guys, so we have made it to the end of the video. This is it. I went off camera to finish up the rest of my makeup, which was, you know, like the little lashes, the lipstick, the highlight, all that extra stuff. So this is it, you guys. I hope that you guys can see how the base looks pretty flawless. It looks pretty smooth and very full coverage. This was the point of the video. I didn't even add blush, which you guys already know is like my go-to, but I didn't want to add blush because I didn't want it to clash with everything that we had done, because I really wanted to focus on that. I even did a very light makeup, you know, nothing too dramatic, a very nude lip, just because I wanted you guys to really focus on the face for this video. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video, and thank you for those of you who participated on the poll that I made. You guys wanted to see this video first, so this is the video that I'm giving you. If you guys don't have me on Instagram, I will have all my social media down below. Make sure you add me on Instagram, because whenever I have a hard time choosing what video to do or anything like that, I will make a poll, or I will ask you what kind of videos you guys want to see. So make sure you have me on Instagram so you guys can be part of that. I really like your guys' input because it helps me so that I know what you guys want to watch. But stay tuned for next week's video. I actually have, it's either going to be 2 or 3 videos next week. I know, like, who am I? Add me on social media so you guys can be on the lookout. I will always write like what I'm going to be doing or things like that. So let me shut up already. Thank you guys so much for clicking on here. Make sure you subscribe, join the family. If you guys think I'm annoying but you like my videos, then join the family. Like, you guys don't have to do it for me, do it for my makeup or my Thirsty Thursdays. But I hope we do connect, because I love you guys. You guys are my besties. You already know we best friends up in here. So stick around for the next video, and I'll see you next time.
Like I talk it, walk it like I talk it, walk it like I